recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hello, my name is Rosie, and today we're going to talk about why do they stay in band. So, I conducted a survey, made a survey, and 53 people took this survey. I sent it through Facebook, so we had a vast majority of different responses. Through the survey, I wanted to explore why students stay in band for a period of time. And the results may shock you. So, the first question was, what grade did you start band? As you can see from this pie graph here, most people had started band in 6th grade, with a close second of people starting before 6th grade. I noticed that there is a correlation between how young students start and how long they stay. Typically, the younger the student is when they start band, the longer they stay in band. Why did you join the band? Well, if you can look at this pie graph here, most people said because it looked fun. People looked like they were enjoying themselves while they were in the band. The next popular answer was, out of the majority, my parents made me. So, parents play a big role in why people join band in the first place. Next question, how many years were you in band? Most people who took this survey said for more than 10 years. As you can see by the pie chart, no one who took the survey stayed for a year or less. They all stayed for 2 years or more. Next question, why did you stay in band? Most of the people enjoyed being in band. They said it was fun. With a close second being they liked the music, and the third being I liked the people in the band. So as a last question to the survey, it was optional. I asked, how did being in band affect your current life? A couple of these responses that I found really interesting were, I met my wife through band. This person made a permanent connection with somebody just by being in a band class. And a lot of these people said something along the lines that they've made lifelong friends while being in band. One response that I found very particularly intriguing was, I hate my last band director and I hate the flute. Well, let's go into the rest of this response here. So, the rest said, and I quote, the director was rude, and I can't stand the flute because it reminds me of her. The rest of the response said that the teacher had no regard for the students' well-being. So a similar survey was made and a study was conducted by a Miss Wendy Barden, and instead of showing why students stay in band, she showed why students leave the band. So out of these top 10 responses, here they are. Number 10 reason why they don't stay in band. I don't plan to pursue a music-related career. Most people think while going into band that they're going to do band for the rest of their life and they're going to make a living out of it. Number 9, I want to try other electives. There are other electives besides band. There's choir, there's art, there's drama. Number 8, my friends aren't in band. If you're in a place where you don't know anyone and you basically are isolating yourself because of that, they're going to want to go on and do things that their friends are doing with people they know. It depends on who the teacher is. If the student doesn't like the teacher, they won't like the band, and they will not stay. Number 6, I am not very good and it's too hard. Well, most students will tend to have a hard time learning new things when they start out anyway, and some students tend to move a bit slower than others. I don't practice enough outside of class, Students have their own lives, they have clubs, they have stuff at home going on, they have other activities. Number 4, it depends on what my parents say. Parents play a big role in why students start band, as you can see from the earlier survey. Some parents are very passionate about band because they were in the band, and that's why they want their students, their children, to be in the band. Number 3, I don't like performing in concerts. Some students have performance anxiety. Some people don't like being in front of people in general. They don't like being in front of an audience. Number 2, I don't like the music. Typically, most music played by young students is contemporary or classical, and their only goal with that music is to educate them rather than for them to have fun and experience music for just what it is. Number 1, I don't like the instrument I play. So typically when some student starts out on an instrument, they think they're going to be playing that instrument for the rest of their time in band. So, how to make your students stay in the band? Well, allow your students to have a say in the music being played. If your students want to try a cool hip-hop music style, you should listen to them and give them something related to that so that they enjoy playing their music. Next one, make the band more of a family setting. They're going to be in this room every day for the rest of the academic year with all these other people. If they don't get along, they're not going to like being in the place they're in. Next one, have private lessons. Students who tend to move slower, they're kind of behind, if they learn better one-on-one, that will help them excel if they have that opportunity. The next one, pay attention to students. So if you pay attention to students, you take care of your students, they will like you more, they will see you as a respectable figure that they like being around, if you care about what they're going through. So if a student's like, my dog died, don't expect them to play like Moonlight Sonata. Don't expect them to do that. The next one, be respectful but not stiff. Be human. Teachers are alive. Most students don't think that. They think that they just stay there at the school and are plugged in like a robot. And if you're just up there, you're being like, hi, my name's Mr. Director. I'm here to help you. They're not going to see you as a human being on their level. The next one is have games, brain breaks. Make your classroom fun. You can make like scales a competition. You can have it where, hey, whoever plays their scales the fastest gets a prize. This will help them to improve and help them to have a good time doing so. So for my references, I referenced the study by Wendy Barden, and I also referenced an article called Tips for Recruitment and Retention. Are there any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
If you were to pick 3 of the retentions in the classroom, which one would it be? Which ones?
So if I could only pick 3. If I could only pick 3 of these retention skills, I would pick pay attention to your students, games and brain breaks, and allow students to have a say in what music is being played, so that it is an experience that the student will enjoy and therefore love later on and have great memories while doing so.
Question. Have you had directors in the past use any of those techniques for retention and have it work for you?
Yes, so I've had a couple of teachers use some of these, especially having a respectful, like not stiff approach to their teaching, and also them paying attention to their students. And it works very well. That's the reason I stayed in band, because like my teachers were very caring and understanding of the position I was in. I was an awkward teenager going through puberty, things like that. So, yeah. All right, no more questions? All right, thank you. This was a great experience.